Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We're taking a look at the second game that these two have played against each other with Motive in the bottom left of Knockout, and in the top right we have Rush. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed with Motive like bungling the Reaver in that previous game. I'm actually still a little bit heated about it. It's like, this is some basic stuff. There's just... I used to talk about this a lot in StarCraft 2. It's such a common thing that we'd see in StarCraft 2. And I think it's gotten better over the years. But, I mean, StarCraft 1 is even older, but I guess our metagames changes a lot. But yeah, in StarCraft 2, it would be like Protoss is sitting on 2 base, and then the Terran brings up his medevacs, and he boosts in. And I'm not talking about a Widowmine drop. I'm talking they're trying to get in there with like a maybe a Marine medevac drop, something like that, right? Like not just we already kind of have this calculated, and you know the drop is actually supposed to come in now anyways. But like we see that a lot. You know, maybe a couple medevacs fly in, and the stalkers just blink over and kill him. And it's like, dude, what do you think he's doing right now? He has nothing on the map. Everything's in his base. Where do you think he's looking? Are his eyes closed? Do you think he's not going to react when something comes in his base? Like, it's so stupid. It's so incredibly stupid. And that's what we saw from Motive. It's just like, what? Why? Well, that's okay, because he's going to go cross spawn Nexus first. He's going to get him back this game. Nexus first 2 times in a row here from Motive. Okay. And it looks like from Rush's side, it's going to be a gasless expansion. And, yeah, we'll see if he ends up going 2 depot or 1 depot. But based on the probe timing, I think it'll probably be a 1 depot. You can notice he's not scouting. You would do this to just kind of propel your build forward a little bit. It's been very interesting watching some of this stuff develop in this way. So he sends this SCV out to scout at the same time as building. Very interesting. Normally you scout on 12 with the gas expansion. That's more normal, but actually a lot of scout timings have been pulled back. And it's fascinating to watch, because the thing is, you have to look at it and be like, okay, how do things change? Can I optimize it in a different, better way by not doing that? And a lot of times right now the answer is yes. So Marine comes out, and we'll be able to push this probe back a little bit. We'll see if the probe goes past or not. And he doesn't. So Motive actually doesn't know that it's a gasless expansion as of yet. So that's a good moment for Rush. And the thing is, should he have dived past? I don't think so. Like, as soon as you take that much damage from the Marine, it's like, well, do we really want to lose that? But not knowing this is painful as well. Second gate coming up. He's going to come down and be able to scout that pretty quickly. You know, based on... I was going to say, based on the SCV coming out, maybe he thought that that was a place that had already been scouted, but it probably wouldn't be going out in that direction. So I'm going to take that back before I even say it, but let you guys in on knowing that I thought to say it, but then was like, no, that can't be correct. Because sometimes it's like you just don't look at your worker for a second, because you're like, he's probably not here, but we got to check anyways. Okay, he gets up, sees the bunker. I think he's got a good idea that it's gasless. I think so. And worker production's a little bit off there for a moment. So worker count will be very close to the same. Looks like it's going to be just slightly up here for Rush. There was a little bit of worker cutting for Motive. Oh, God, he gets up by 2. Okay, now it goes back down to 1. So kind of a fluctuating 1-2 advantage. Second factory coming up. All right, so not that different from the previous game. Not that different, right? They're within a worker. They both have pretty greedy economies. This is what Rush did is the second greediest, right? Command Center first is technically a little bit better, but... well, if you don't get attacked. But what he did here is safer. Like, it works against more different things, and it's not that much worse. Which is, again, part of the reason why Command Center First is so crazy. Because it's like, well, this build is almost as greedy. Almost as good. So he's pretty well defended. Double add-ons. Depots, kind of funny looking how he's making his depots, isn't it? I think it's like anti-Reaver for the most part. Just isn't clumping them together. Which is okay. Knockout actually has a huge main base. Some maps, you can't do this. Well, I guess he could place one in there later. But yeah, it's kind of a weird positioning still. Okay, third Nexus is going up really quickly here. Much more quickly than we saw in the previous game. And it's just Observer. We don't see Reaver Tech as of yet, but I would imagine he's going to go Reaver Tech as well. We'll see. But nice, fast third base. That's. I think that is overall the best thing you can do with Nexus first is get your third base as quickly as you can. Oh, and he's just going to put down some gates. Okay. So no Reaver. I'm not entirely sure where he wants to go from here. So, I think he'll go toward, well, I'm not 100% sure, but he might go towards Arbiter. He might. If you're going to skip Reaver here, I mean, he could go pretty heavy, like Gateway Man. But that's, like, pretty rare at really high levels. So not entirely sure. I'm really interested, though. Oh, a shuttle's being made. Okay. So I'm guessing we'll see the Reaver Tech now? Just a delayed Reaver, which there's nothing wrong with that. You can definitely put your Reaver a little bit further back. It can actually be a little bit trickier for Terran. Because, like, there's windows that you're looking at blocking Reaver, and this would be like a pretty late Reaver that's going to be out there. So a little push comes across the map here. And this is actually a very... Oh, this is actually an old school build. Oh my god! I remember this build. Light was utilizing this a little bit against Nexus First with gasless expansion. We'll talk about that in a minute, though. Nice snipe to start. Gets one of those tanks pretty quickly. Has to be careful with these Dragoons, though. You do not want to be losing these Dragoons for free. Okay, good snipe there. Actually, pretty reasonable control from Motive. I think he'd handled that pretty well to start. Definitely needs to get these in the back because those are going to get picked in a millisecond. Definitely a little bit of a mistake there. And a couple Vultures actually running by. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, so this game is really, really bad for Motive. He's looking pretty screwed at this point. I actually want to go over this build. I guess we'll wait and see if he can actually hold on. He's killing a fair amount of probes. I think he's going to get the Nexus. I'd be pretty surprised if that Nexus gets saved. There's really not that many units. His Vultures... Look at this. Vultures over here still killing probes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Mine's hitting... I love the sieging of 2 tanks, but not everything in case this shuttle comes back in. Oh, that was actually... That was a good idea. Good idea on the mine drag. Oh, walks into 2 more mines. Everything is falling apart at this point. Laying offensive mines literally near the Reaver. He's just dealt so much damage. Motive could say GG here, and you definitely could not blame him. Oh my god, GG. Okay, I want to go over the build real quick. Because this was actually somewhere that I thought Light left stuff on the table with the build. So, the 5-tank, 4-factory push from a gasless expansion against a Nexus first. Light was playing with this, like... back in... There was a map, a space map that had, like, a car's name. Can't remember. Cadillac, I think. Might have been it. Or something like that. It was something like that. Someone will remember. Anyways, there was a map like that, and I saw him playing around with it against Nexus first. The 5-factory... rally and speed vultures push against the Nexus first, and it got held. And I remember him talking about how, like, he's like, yeah, I don't think that build's very good. And I'm like, dude, your opponent literally went Reaver, got great Scarab shots, and you barely didn't kill the third. Barely. It was so close. And I actually ended up utilizing that build a lot for a while. A lot. And it was very effective, I found. And that's exactly the build that Rush used here. Exactly. I haven't actually seen this particular gasless expansion, 4 factory, 5 siege tank push in quite a while from a pro gamer. But as you can see, he just railed through him. Now, if you go Reaver, you have a better chance of holding it. That's for sure. In fact, I feel like modern Reaver play would probably shut it down pretty well. But yeah. Cool game. Cool game. I actually feel like I remember seeing Scan do something similar in the last couple years, but it's not coming to my head all the way. Anyways, guys, sorry that one was a little bit anticlimactic. I got one more, and we are going to check it out. Thank you for watching. See you next time.